Japanese anime fans are laughing at you, bro. On this edition of All the Steps Taken to Create Your First Comic Book or Manga, we're going to be talking about the idea, comic book, or manga phase. If you are living in the West and you are constantly criticizing people for the idea that they have that they cannot make manga because they live in the States, you are being laughed at by the people that created it, because everyone in Japan is thinking the same thing. It means the same thing. The way the stories are told is the difference between them. Reading it left to right or right to left, the composition, and usually the character designs and art styles are things that can make it a manga. If you are in the West and these are your inspirations and you want to draw something that looks like a manga, you're feel free to call it a manga. For marketing purposes, manga is kicking comic books asses, so everybody would rather just have their stuff be called a manga in the West for the most part, unless you are making something of a Western style of book. The people that are criticizing your manga are the ones that are hating on you and need a reason because they're not creating something. Make sure to have an idea of what kind of style you want to follow and base it off of the inspirations that you have. No one cares about whether you call it a comic or a manga except some hater. Nationality is not a reason to disallow somebody to have a specific style or preference. If a Japanese person moved to the United States and created a comic book, he could still call it a comic or a manga, yet no one would critique it. I myself, as the creator of the Unlimited Ink comic book series, created something that I call a hybrid. You would see many of the inspirations from both comics and manga throughout it, because those were the inspirations that inspired me. Now, I am also going to be making something that's more or has the visual appeal of a manga very shortly in the future as well, and I'll be calling it a manga then, because I'm choosing that kind of formatting style and stronger on those inspirations. Figure out what your idea best fits, which genre, either Western or Eastern, and feel free to make whatever makes you happy. In the next edition, we talk hire someone or do it yourself. Peace.